Hello everyone! I'm going to do the first time tag video. I took some generic questions and some questions that my friends have asked me. So, let's get started. My first word, my mom actually told me the other day. Kitty! My first kiss was, I was like 11, or no, I wasn't 11, 12 or 13, and it was with the guy I dated at the time. His name was Josh, and he missed. He got me right here. I wrote him a note and I told him that I wanted to kiss him, and he said yeah, that he would like to do that. And so when he walked me to my bus, he kissed me. He kissed me right here, and it was a little wet. My first time playing the best game ever, The Legend of Zelda. My big brother had it for the Nintendo 64. It was Ocarina of Time, and I used to watch him play all the time. All the time. And I remember just riding around on it, on Ipana, on that game. I remember the Dodongo Cavern. I'm pretty sure he let me play it a few times. So when I got a GameCube, my first game that I bought, I think, was Super Smash Bros. Melee, and then it was the remake with the Master Quest of Ocarina of Time, and played it all the time, all the time. This is my inspiration to be an elf has come from. My first celebrity crush, I believe it was either, I know who it was. My first crush was Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. I just thought he was so attractive, and I wanted him to save me from a T-Rex. I still think about that. My first boyfriend, I was in 3rd grade, and I know that a lot of people don't count elementary school relationships, but there's such a backstory on this one. His name was Christopher Kwasnick, and I switched buses. He lived at the bottom of the hill, and my bus stop was at the top of the hill. And every once in a while we would just switch buses. My bus would become his bus. So I sat in the seat in front of him, and I was wearing this leopard bandana. And my friend Gage had sat with him too. And next I'll hear this thing zips by my face. And I turn around and I give him the dirtiest look. And he was hiding behind the chair like this, the bus seat. And apparently I muttered something under my breath. I don't remember that part. And I just stared at the hairpin that he flicked at me the whole time. And Gage was like, "Chris, you gotta go get it." And I ain't getting it. Oh, he was scared of me. My first job is the job I have now, and it makes me so happy. I love Walmart so much. I remember in 9th grade watching this video. I remember watching this video about how Walmart is the worst place to ever work at. And I work there, and it's just so wonderful. My first school dance was with my first boyfriend. There's such a backstory, I don't even know. But I was in 11th grade, and I found him again after this long separation. And I asked him to go to homecoming with me, and he I wore like this black glitter dress, and he wore this all black with like a red tie, and he had his like hair in a ponytail because the hair was long. It was like here, and eventually when we got there, me and like all of my friends and we kept telling the DJ to play something for Ramble for my Valentine, and eventually he did. And because we kept asking, no one freaking plays that kind of music at a homecoming dance. But they played Fever, and my friends, he and my friend Tyler started a mosh pit. First we were all headbanging, and everyone was just like, I don't know what's happening. And then he started a mosh pit. I jumped out. I don't do that stuff. I'd like to keep my teeth and my nose in the condition that it is. And the teacher, I think it was Miss Sprout, she like walked over and like put her hand on Chris's shoulder and was like, no. And then we all just stopped. My first Pokemon game was the Yellow Pikachu Special Edition. So technically my first starter Pokemon was Pikachu. The first game that was actually mine and not given to me, like passed down, like here, I don't play this anymore, you can have it, was Sapphire version, and I chose Torchic. I just love the fire starters. I've always chosen the fire starters, except for Gen 4, because there was just something about Chinchar that I did not like. My first day of college, I don't really remember it, and it was 2 years ago. I can't believe I've been in college that long. Like, it feels like I graduated like 2 months ago from high school. I remember being nervous because I didn't really know where things were, but it was just like any other normal day of like high school. Like, I don't know, I didn't think it was that different. School is school. My first love would be different than my first crush, because let's face it, when I was 8, I did not know what love was. So my first love was this boy I met when I was 13, and his name was Michael. I met him on his birthday. He like moved in and rode my bus, and he like sat next to me a few times, and my friend Robin had sat next to him and was like, yo, Ashley, this is my friend Mike. And I was like, hey, it's nice to meet you. She was like, it's his birthday. I was like, oh, happy birthday. How old are you? 13. It's not any different. And he was like, yeah, no. And I dated him for a very, very long time. And, well, actually, it's a shorter amount of time than I have with my boyfriend now. But I grew up with him, and we grew together. We weren't really friends when we started dating, so we grew as friends together, and we didn't really know how to be friends because we were always together. And it's like a really, really, really heartbreaking story, and he still gives me problems today. My first Halloween costume, I don't remember. Actually, there are pictures. My mom had me in a little devil onesie with pitchfork. I forgot about that, and it like said something, but I don't remember what it was. My first concert. Technically, I guess it was Creation. When I went to Creation in 2009, I saw Skillet and 1,000 Foot Crutch, Oh Sleeper, a lot of others, but I don't really count that because it was Creation. So I count my first concert as Crown the Empire. I saw them a little while ago, and at the Chameleon Club. Maybe it was when my hair was purple, and it was pretty awesome. I got, my friend had bought masks for us to wear, like from the Fallout video, and I got them to sign it. Not all of them were able to, because I didn't find them all. So I really want to go again and see them again so I can get the rest of them to sign it. I'm looking at it if you can't tell. My first car. I don't have one. The first YouTuber I have ever subscribed to was probably Shane Dawson, and then Smosh, and then I unsubscribed to them both because I grew up and they didn't. The first video game I ever played, I don't know what it's called, but it was for like the Super Nintendo, I think, and what it was kind of like an arcade game, and you had like this level, and you were a car, and you drove on the bottom, and then there were like 3 different levels, and you could like jump to either one if there was a space, and you had to like pop balloons or something, and there was a cat. If you saw the cat and hit the cat, it was like game over. It was an orange cat. It was weird. And that was like my favorite game to play when I was 5. The first book I ever read was Leon the Lion Who Wanted to Love. And it was about this little cub who was told that he had to eat the zebra, and he didn't know why. And I think what happens is he fell into a river and like was going down a waterfall, and the zebra saved his life. So he got everyone to stop eating zebras. I think that was the story. My first YouTube video is a lyric video that I made when I was like 13, I think it was, of Stealing December's song Best Friends Forever. I heard it on the radio one day and I wrote it down. I remembered it because it like rhymed, Stealing December, Best Friends Forever. And I like looked it up all the time. There was no lyrics, it like didn't exist. So I made a lyric video, and some of the members, a few members actually commented on it, and they were like, well, the lyrics are this, and I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, oh, and he was, no, it's okay, I wrote it, I don't even understand what he says when he sings it. The first time I dyed my hair, I was in 10th grade, and I dyed it like a reddish brown. My first injury, I think it was when I was like 7. No, I was in kindergarten. I was like 4 or 5, and my mom told me to go clean my room, and I got mad at her because I didn't want to clean my room. So I sat on my windowsill and like went to lean out to go like look, and it popped off and I fell out. And it was like it was a 2nd story window, but kind of like 2nd story and a half, because you could see like half the basement. Yeah. I just got up and ran and started crying, and my nose was bleeding. My first Facebook picture, I don't even want to talk about it. My first reaction to Kingdom Hearts was a great sense of deja vu, and I didn't like figure out this deja vu feeling that I had until maybe 3 years ago. My first Kingdom Hearts game that I played was actually Chain of Memories for the Game Boy Advance, but I don't really remember much about it or anything. So my mom bought me Kingdom Hearts 2 for Christmas when I think I was 14, and I was just like, this game, like, what is this? Where was I? And it turns out when I was like 11, I was at Walmart, the Walmart that I work at, back when the gaming section was where the books are, and they actually had demos that actually worked. I played Kingdom Hearts 2 as a demo, and I remembered because in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, when you have like Pence and Olette, and they're just like, the is gone. They're all the are gone, and I was just like, oh, are they saying bad words? And I was like, no, they're not. But I was like, I've done this before. So this concludes. So I hope I was entertaining. And I think you all should do this video. I think it's a good way to learn about someone.